In 2022, Taylor Swift's Eras tour tickets go on sale. The queue explodes. Fans wait for hours, prices start moving, before some people even get through checkout. That was not just a concert story. It was a live demonstration of how fast a resale market can wake up when demand outruns access. And that sets up the question for this video. What are ticket resellers really selling? We will come back to that. Because ticket resale looks simple from the outside. Buy low, sell high, move on. But the real system is more technical than that. Tickets are a strange product. Inventory is fixed. The event date is fixed. Demand changes by the hour. And value collapses the moment the event ends. That combination creates a very unusual market. Pollstar said Taylor Swift's Eras Tour finished with more than 10 million tickets sold and over $2 billion in gross ticket sales. That kind of scale shows why tiny pricing shifts around live events can turn into serious money. Here is the first question. Why does ticket resale even exist if there is already a primary ticket market? Because primary pricing and real-time demand are not the same thing. The first seller sets an initial price. The market decides later whether that price was too low, it's too high, or wildly wrong. That is where resale comes in. It is the correction layer. When demand spikes after the original sale, resale absorbs the gap. When demand falls, resale takes the pain too. That is why this is not guaranteed money. It is a timing market attached to a live event. Here is a useful fact. Verified Fan is Ticketmaster's system for giving registered fans a better chance to buy tickets. Before bots and resellers crowd the sale, Ticketmaster said ticket sales without Verified Fan typically see about 20 to 30% of inventory end up on secondary markets. Resale is not a side effect. It is a built-in part of modern ticket economics, and the platforms know it. Ticketmaster says millions of fans look for tickets there every day, and resale listings get a verified resale label for eligible events. Real-world example number 1. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour became the highest-grossing tour ever. But it also became one of the clearest examples of how resale reacts when access feels scarce. When people believe this may be their only chance, urgency goes vertical. And urgency is where resale pricing gets dangerous or profitable. Here is the second question. What are resellers actually selling? Not just the seat. They are selling timing, certainty, and access. The buyer is often not paying for paper or pixels. The buyer is paying to skip uncertainty. That matters because live events are emotional markets. A plane ticket is often functional. A concert ticket can feel personal. That emotion changes price tolerance fast. Real-world example number 2. StubHub reported third quarter 2025 gross merchandise sales of $2.4 billion, up 11% year over year. That does not mean every reseller wins. It means the overall market for secondary ticket movement is very real. And that market keeps moving because people keep paying for flexibility and last-minute access. This is where the technical detail matters. Ticket resale prices move on a curve. Early after the unsale, prices can spike on scarcity and hype. Closer to the event, prices may climb again if demand stays hot, or fall hard if sellers panic. That means the same ticket can be overpriced on Tuesday and underpriced on Thursday. So this is less like holding inventory in a normal store. It is closer to managing decaying inventory with emotional demand. and platforms add another layer. Fees matter, transfer rules matter, event restrictions matter, and some organizers set minimum or maximum resale prices. That means the spread is not just sale price minus purchase price. It is sale price minus fees minus failed timing minus rule friction. That is where beginners get fooled. They see a big markup and assume there is big profit. Sometimes there is. Sometimes the margin gets eaten by platform fees or bad timing. That is why clean flipping and chaotic gambling are not the same thing. Now we can answer the opening question. What are ticket resellers really selling? They are selling access at the exact moment someone else values certainty more than price. That is the real business. Not just buying tickets. Understanding when urgency gets repriced. That is why ticket resale is bigger than it looks. It sits right at the intersection of fixed supply, shifting emotion, and expiring time. And that is also why it can punish people who treat it like easy money. The winners usually understand the market mechanics before the crowd understands the moment. Back to the opening story. When the Eras Tour frenzy settled, the lesson was not just that demand was huge. It was that access itself had become a tradable product. That is the hidden layer in ticket resale. Subscribe if you want more hidden income ideas hiding inside markets people think they already understand.